In a quiet English village stands a building older than most of the nation's castles. Built in 1145, the ancient Ram Inn isn't just old, it's legendary for all the wrong reasons. It rests on an ancient pagan burial ground and has hosted centuries of blood-soaked history. A place whispered to hold demonic forces, ghostly children, and entities that don't just haunt, they attack. If you think you're brave enough, stay with us as we step inside what many call the world's most haunted home. You're watching All Things Explored, the channel where forgotten horrors come to life. Stick around until the end for a true discovery inside this house that even seasoned investigators feared to reveal. The Ram Inn was originally constructed to house masons and clergy working on nearby St Mary's Church in Wootton-under-Edge, Gloucestershire, England. But what lies beneath is far older. Many signs of ritual sacrifice have been discovered at the inn, like human remains and children's bones. Even today, psychic mediums to guests, most refuse to stay inside for more than a few minutes. A reverend called John Yates once tried to exorcise the inn, but after failing to do so, he stated to the media that it is the most evil place I have ever had the misfortune to visit. One recurring report said there was a force that pins guests to the bed and whispers ancient words in their ears. By 1968, locals were so frightened of the inn that it faced demolition. Only one man, the house's longest owner till date, John Humphreys, wanted to protect it. And even though he made it his home, on his very first night, he was violently dragged from his bed. At first, Humphreys chose to live in one of the haunted bedrooms. Later, he moved into a partition house connected to the inn because even he was too afraid to go inside. Humphreys lived there alone after being abandoned by his family until 2017. For 5 decades, he never once slept peacefully. This isn't just creaking floorboards and cold spots. People have fainted, screamed, and even fled in the middle of the night. The Witch's Room is said to be cursed by the ghost of a woman burned alive during England's witch trials. In the Bishop's Room, visitors have reported an entire group of hooded figures standing silently around the bed. One guest claimed their crucifix was torn from their neck and found snapped in half. The ancient Ram Inn has been investigated by every major paranormal group in the world. From ghost adventurers to BBC documentaries, it's attracted ghost hunters the world over. Most leave with scratches, footage they can't explain, or a sense of dread that follows them home. Today, the inn stands open for brave souls to explore, but don't be fooled by its quiet village setting. There are things here that don't want to be found. Here's that haunting fact we promised. The spooky attic. An innkeeper's daughter is said to have been murdered in this roof space in the early 1500s, and people attempting to sleep in the Bishop's Room below often hear the sound of something heavy being dragged across the floor above their heads. It is said that cameras have routinely stopped working in that exact spot. So would you dare stand alone in the Bishop's Room, lights out as the air turns ice cold? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe and share for more stories about places like this, where the darkness doesn't just surround you, it follows you home.